Thank you, Mr. Chair. So I'm looking at a chart from the Bureau of Labor Statistics that shows that since 2000, the cost of basic consumer goods, a lot of them anyway, has significantly declined. The cost of TVs has gone down 97.9%. Cost of software is down 72.4%. Cost of toys is down 73.5%. But then you look at the cost of college tuition, and it's an entirely different story, up 184.7%. And relatedly, the cost of college textbooks is up 154.1%. So, Dr. Gillen, how do we explain this divergence where we see some costs when it comes to consumer goods coming down because of innovation and the like, but then the cost of college continues to soar?
Yeah, that's a great question, and that's been a topic of intense study for a lot of people for a lot of time. The best explanation I can give you right now is that it's a difference between what we call search goods, experience goods, and credence goods. And so search goods are things like cereal or clothing, like you know what you're getting before you even make the purchase. Experience good is something like a restaurant meal where you don't know if it's going to be good before you eat it, but after you eat it, you can tell if it was good. A credence good is different. Like even after you've purchased it, you don't know if it was a good purchase or not. And so credence goods tend to have a couple characteristics. One, no agreed measures of quality. Like we don't know what distinguishes a good college from a bad college. There's no secondary market. And you don't know the value for it until long after you've made the purchase. So those three characteristics all credence goods have. But then you combine a couple other characteristics of higher education. Most students will typically only be interact with a couple of colleges over their lifetime, so they can't even compare different colleges to different colleges. And then the students also participate in the provision of the good. So like if you as a student show up to campus and you just don't do anything, you're not going to learn anything. And so these things make higher education, even among the most difficult category of goods for normal economics to work its magic, make it really difficult. And so what we end up with is an unfortunate what we call the Bowen's revenue theory of costs, which is basically the college, since you can't observe quality, they compete to be the highest prestige or the highest reputation. And so they're all trying to be the best they can, which sounds great. But to do that, they need a lot of money. And so they're going to raise as much money as they can. They're going to spend everything they raise. And when you put all that together, you're going to see ever upward trend of spending in higher education. And that is fundamentally what is explaining why that line for higher ed looks so different than the line for something like TVs.
Interesting. So how does this compare for public versus private institutions? Obviously, even private institutions are reliant a lot on government subsidies, but like in my state, California, since 2000, tuition in the CSU system has gone up 350%. Tuition in the University of California UC system has gone up 400%, so even worse than the average across the country. What explains that extraordinary rise in college costs in the public sector?
Yeah, so the publics are an interesting case because they are also subject to a lot of political pressure from their state governments. And so state governments that are kind of lenient will let them increase prices a lot more than other states. So a state like Florida doesn't let their colleges increase prices that much. A state like California seems like it's letting them do it.
Interesting. And I'd invite you to weigh in on this question as well, Ms. Lademan, and if you'd like either of those.
The college costs, the price going up?
Yeah, and if there's anything we can do specifically when it comes to the public university system to try to get costs under control there.
Well, I think one of the things that we've been talking about is that the line that you're talking about, that isn't actually what the students are going to pay, and so it's really confusing. So we see the tuition going up, but as we've talked about today, we have a lot of discounting where you have this high sticker price, but students aren't actually paying that price, and so we actually really need much more transparency about what it is that students are actually paying, not just this maximum sticker price they're putting up there to try to see, to the gentleman's point earlier around sort of predictive pricing, how many students can you sort of squeeze as much money out of to get them as close to the top as possible? But students are falling down all the way on the continuum, and we just need more transparency about what they're actually paying.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of the solution. Thank you, Mr. Chair, for bringing us together for this hearing. I yield back.